Running Facebook ads are pointless without creative that converts. So in this video, I'm gonna show you what makes a good ad, where you should start with your ad creative process, and there is a process you should follow, and how to easily create this type of content for your brand. Anybody can do this, anybody can copy this. And yes, your copy for your ad needs to connect with your audience too, but a little bit more on that later. Making a good ad must connect with your audience on an emotional level, most of the time, right? So we worked with a jewelry brand who partnered with a Christian influencer. They collaborated together to help each other grow their audience, right? It's how a brand deal would actually work. But they decided to work with this Christian influencer, and we were like, okay, what do we do here to make more sales happen with the ads? Because they're gonna do everything organically on their end. So the jewelry brand was gonna post organically. You know, with Instagram, you have an opportunity to do like a paid partnership or a partnership in general. So their posts were shared to both profiles. They're posting on stories. And then we're like, okay, do we take their already existing content that was posted organically, or do we create our own pieces of content and then hope that that would work as well? And the answer is, we want to do a little bit of both. So what was really different about this piece of creative is that it was UGC, or like the influencer posted, right? It was user-generated content. That worked really well. And we'll go through some examples here in a second. But what makes this a good ad was that we tested several different pieces of copy, right? Short and long. I told you I'd mention that a little bit later. And ironically, the long piece of copy actually works the best because, again, what makes a good ad? It connects and it meets people where they're at. So we knew that this jewelry brand had a decent amount of followers who may be Christians. We didn't know for sure. And then this Christian influencer knew who her audience was. And so we needed to tie the two of those together, right? Find an identity and meet people where they're at. Were they aware of this jewelry brand? Her followers, were they aware of this brand? No, they weren't. So we used long copy to basically introduce and call out Christians with that copy. And then throughout that copy, we just continued to break down, hey, this is for you if you're like struggling, or if you are somebody who's depressed or has anxiety or whatever else it may be. We just really called out like, this jewelry is a reminder for you to get over these things. And for this brand, it was more so about focused on their faith. And so it really just said, okay, these are reminders of bracelets or necklaces that it's not really you who is in control, it is God. And so they used that in the messaging to meet people where they're at, and they met them on a common ground. So the ad worked really well because it had UGC, it was nice photography. We did test some videos showcasing all the different options of like necklaces. So we did some fast-paced videos and stuff. And then the copy was what really resonated with everybody. We tested it against multiple versions of the short and it didn't do anything because it was just like, this is just another jewelry brand. We met people where they're at. That is one piece that you need to have in place to have an effective ad. And we're gonna get into some examples. I'm gonna show you guys some foreplay links. We're gonna get into a lot more detail about what makes a good creative and a great ad, and we'll break that down. I wanna share that with you guys mostly because people neglect the copy, and we're not gonna go super in depth on that in today because I wanna focus on the imagery and what makes a good ad, and so I'll hit on pieces of it. But we were testing for a DTC brand, a jewelry brand, a clothing brand, it doesn't matter. It's a great way to test really long copy to resonate with your audience, because if your imagery doesn't tell that story and meeting people where they're at, your copy can. A lot of times that it can. Stop guessing on how to make creative work. And this is a reminder to myself and us as well. So like, I remember just even a few years ago, there wasn't a tool like Foreplay. There was really just like conversations of people online and like what people were showing, and like there were websites out there of saying like, this worked really well for me, but there was nothing that like definitively told us, hey, this is a winning ad, all right? Other than we saw the Facebook ads library, thank goodness that became available, and we saw an ad that was running for a long period of time. But like, other than that, it was basically like we stuck into the innovation phase. And so whenever you're creating copy or creative or just an ad in general, I like to go through the 3 I's, right? So the first thing we want to do is like imitate, right? What are other people doing really well? How can we imitate them? Then you go to iterate, making a variation of it of your own, right? And so you could do a similar graphic but change the color or change the model or something, right? Just small iterations. And then you move to innovate. And please do not be like us where you're like,
okay, I'm gonna innovate, I'm gonna come up with this really cool idea that I have, but it's not proven, nobody's ever tested anything like this before, and oh, by the way, we're on a limited budget and we have to get results.
That's frustrating as heck as a brand owner for an agency to do that, because I mean, at that point we didn't have have much of an option. Obviously, it did work out eventually because we just kind of continued to wrap our minds around or beat our heads up against the wall, if you will, to figure out something that actually worked. But that wastes so much more brain power, so frustrating. And if you're a business owner, you know you have a lot of things going on at one time. The last thing you want to do is spend hours trying to come up with an idea that is innovative and creative. And you can and you should, but the first stage is really imitation and taking really that guesswork out of what makes a winning ad. So I'm gonna walk through what a winning ad looks like so that you don't have to go out there and come up with options on your own and hope that they work, right? These are already proven and they work, right? And so that you can use this philosophy, this framework, this process for yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna jump through a couple of examples. First, this is a brand that I found. They actually targeted me a while ago, and I always wanna go and look at them on Ads Manager. You can do this as well. You do not need to have foreplay. But the first thing that I really wanna look at is how long has the ad been running? Is it running longer than their other ads that are running, right? What's the oldest ad? Is it still running? If so, probably means that it could work. And I really want to look at it as like, has it been running longer than a month? Because if it's a month, probably enough time has gone by where there's success, maybe not, but like, if it's been a week rather, probably not enough time has went by, but a month, 2 months, you really start to see some stuff. So inside of foreplay here, we saw this was November 3rd. We're filming this middle of December. And so it's been going for 43 days. Okay, this is a video. They say that the niche is entertainment. It's really not. But anyway, I didn't label it as that. Couple of things here to look at. So get the hat that sold out 5 times since July, meaning this hat is so popular, it's got social proof. There's trust here. And what I love about it, there is no music to this, which I don't like necessarily. So it just does play. It says Lovesick, all right? And then it goes through the brand. Okay, you get to see multiple options. I mean, all of them are cool. I want one of these hats too. So if you own this brand and you're watching this, shoot one over. We'll shout you out even more. But super cool. It goes through the loop, I think, twice, showcasing every brand. So we got to see a little bit of social proof without really having to show it with a review or something. We also get multiple variations of the product, which is awesome because you have people who are maybe more interested in like a different style of hat or a different branding, and so you get multiple options. So it's kind of basically like a carousel right inside of the ad. And then the bottom part of the copy shows restocked on the site for a limited time only. So it's like urgency. It's like, this is social proof. This hat is amazing. It's been literally selling out like crazy 5 times. And oh, by the way, it's about to sell out again because there's limited supply. So right away, you got built-in scarcity and urgency to make me do it quicker and buy more. So I'm like, ooh, I want more of these hats. I'll buy 2 of them because I think they're gonna sell out. Right here, just super simple headline. They do the Lovesick. I don't know if I'm really a fan of that. And then shop all caps, makes sense, right? I have a pretty good idea where I'm gonna go. This is the landing page that it went to, where I can see all the hats. Thank goodness the ad actually shows the hats that were in there. Cool. So like a lot of the hats until you get to the beanies are the ones that were in the ad. I really do not understand. Maybe this is you. I'm not faulting you, but don't show me an ad with the products and then send me to a page that doesn't have the product in it. That makes no sense. I clicked for a reason. So make sure that those ones are up at the top. All right, so that's a good example of one. And then same brand here. If you are not familiar with collection style ads, so collection ads are like a big image or video, much like here. And then below that, you can click on the products and that are dynamically gonna take you to that product page, or like a check on Facebook. It's like its own little landing page or website. But what they did was super cool and creative, and I'm definitely stealing this option. You guys should too. They just created one video and then just put blocks of white text for product images down below. That music is gonna be muted. Just imagine it's some kind of SpongeBob song and it's amazing, but it's actually a little bit of a hip hop song. Matches the brand, matches the person, and so like if you're interested in these types of hats, you probably listen to that type of music. But it is copywritten, so can't show you guys. Disclaimer, you cannot, but you really can take this type of music, run ads on it. We've never really had an issue. So I am not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. So the copy here up at the top, right, is really just calling out people to let them know what the creative is. Vintage inspired style designs in Los Angeles, so it's going after the city of Angels, people who love it. Multiple styles just restocked on the site, get yours, and then they put a link inside of the description. I do like this. You see it a lot in like conversion type ads for service-based businesses, but D2C brands can use it as well. Shop all caps, they've obviously figured out that this headline works. What do I know? It's working for them. Maybe they should retest it. But anyway, it's good there. And then they saved the thumbnail to where it shows these 3 options for the cap and then takes them to all hats. Now, let's see here. Okay, it is one of the first hats up here, so I'm not too upset. It's on the top row, so we're good. But then still, they're just pumping traffic to this all hats page, which is awesome. I don't know exactly what all the brand is, but really cool piece of creative. Steal this. We'll talk a little bit more about how you can do that a little bit later, but like definitely steal that. And then let's do something a little bit different here. I loved this. So this one has been running for 45 days now as well. And then I didn't show you guys this one. Yeah, 130 days. So this is a whole strength one I saved a couple of weeks ago. Nothing crazy here. The brand's getting bigger, but obviously it's just selling the design. It's a UGC type kind of photo, and obviously they're selling a lot of them. So premium Christian clothing, okay, it's calling out Christians. Stand bold in your faith, calling out Christians. New Christian streetwear apparel available now. It's calling out Christians, so it's going after that person. But this has been running for 130 days. I think it's still doing okay, and so it's just very easy to go after. It's like, look, if you're a Christian and you like streetwear clothes like this one, probably going to go to that site. One other one I want you to look at is this carousel. I think they did a great job here, called Beach Bum Threads. It's been running for 45 days now. Shop brand new designs and colorways from our more comfortable styles. They're talking about new stuff, which is great. Everybody wants to buy something new. As always, Beach Bum Threads donates a portion of our profits to ocean and beach conservation efforts. Cool, right? Not really gonna push me over the edge, but it is, or will push me over the edge. Isn't gonna be the reason that I buy, but it is gonna push me over the edge if I do care about that. And it's like, okay, if my prices are decent and I can come, I like these designs and I can also support beach conservation, like, okay, stand true to the word here. But then the collection is nice. It looks very clean, white background. The only thing that's changed, and it's just very smooth when you go through it, is the colors. So again, showing variations of their designs. And then you go to the winter collection, which you could technically run for however long it's profitable for. They've been doing it for 45 days, so smart on their part, but these types of carousels, copy and paste these as well. Hold up just one second. So I just wanted to say that if you are a clothing brand owner and want to jump into the specifics of your brand and how to grow it profitably online, you can schedule a free 45-minute strategy session with us. There are limited spots, so go find a time on the calendar that works best for you. Click the link in the description down below. Okay, so creating content that converts has actually never been easier than right now. In 2014, when I first started out, I was working with a small brand to do social media management, and I would have them send me pictures. I would edit this on like literally my phone. There was an app. It wasn't even InShot. It was something similar, but like I grabbed their images, they would text it over to me or send it in Facebook Messenger. And then I would grab that and use some kind of video editing tool where I just dragged the images to the timeline, and then grab some free music because there wasn't really an option inside of this app to grab paid music, and there really wasn't a way for me to get online and edit this with anything else, right? You had to know Premiere, you had to know something else. There was no Canva at this time. Maybe 2014, I don't know if this Canva, at least I didn't know about it. Canva's super powerful. It didn't have the video stuff that it does today. That's more of a recent thing. But anyway, I put that all on a timeline. I would make sure that it showcased the products, and we would do like, we call it Feel Good Friday now, or more so I call Feel Good Friday, but like there was a like Friday fashion or something. We always had some kind of like episodic content. So we'd put that video together, and there'd be like a little bit of somebody talking, and then there would be all the products, and it's just like going through with just some music, and then it would loop. Man, that was rough. It took a ton of time. I would say an hour and a half, which you're like thinking about this video, it's like, wow, that was really bad. It took an hour and a half just to edit, so it's just wasting a ton of time. And really today, it is much easier to do so. Whether it's AI and using something like Midjourney, or if you actually do know Photoshop, or if you do use Canva or whatever, I actually want to make it even easier for you as well though. So just comment the word templates down below, and we're going to create from the ads that I showed you over here, and just going to bring them up here at the top. These three, or these two right here, and this third one, we're just going to create some templates for you guys, and you can just copy and paste them into yours. I'll probably create them in Canva, and then if you need to, you can switch it from Canva to a PSD file or whatever else. It's a little bit harder to go from Photoshop, but we'll create them for you. All you need to do is comment the word templates down below, and we'll send them over to you so you can start creating ads like this. Please don't hate us. LL love Sick for taking the idea and sharing that with everybody. I know you're going to be moving on to the next thing, so please don't hate us. But I want you guys to be able to take these and move through things faster. And hopefully you create a Canva account if you don't have it already. You'll be able to play around with it and start getting better at creating ads. And that's actually going to help you start creating content that will do really well for your brand. That is only for those of you who watched till the end of the video. So if you didn't watch the whole video, you got to go back. But anyway, comment the word templates down below. Hey guys, so did you know that even if you nail your creative, right, in this video, if you do not set up your ads correctly, we see this all the time, to target the right customers, your ads will fall flat. That's why they are not working, right? It's creative and the right setup. Those two things must be in place. So the next step is setting up your ads the right way for your brand. So go watch this video on exactly how to run Facebook ads step by step right here. All right, y'all have a great rest of your day. I will see you next time. And P.S. make sure you subscribe.